I never really had much of a relationship with Robyn. I don't I don't I don't have any hate or hard feelings or anything. I just don't really want to know them.
Yeah. Hi guys, it's Aariaa. Welcome back on my channel, TLC Next Reveal. Remember a couple of seasons ago when Kody and Janelle finally split? That huge fight? Yeah, the one that happened at Janelle's original apartment. The same apartment Kody complained was too small and didn't have enough room for him. That's where he demanded that she go ahead and let the whole world know that he was controlling her, gaslighting her, and being mean to her. Like, Kody, we didn't have to warn you. We've watched you do it for years. And do you remember how, leading up to that fight, Kody constantly worked to try to make Janelle into a Robyn? He actually said, I'm quoting him, I have someone in my life who is fundamentally loyal to me. You could have that same relationship if you were fundamentally loyal. Translation: do what I tell you. Don't question me. Now, Robyn does stand up for herself, sometimes. But come on, Kody is completely hypnotized by her when it comes to what's going on with her lady issues. He is hooked, and that's the attitude he wants everyone else to have as well. Get in line, let him be the patriarch of the household, and make the kids do what he says without questioning him. But don't forget what really went down. Janelle wouldn't evict two of her sons, Gabriel and Garrison, during a fight with Kody. And in the meantime, when Kody had a similar issue with Robyn regarding Dayton, Dayton was evicted, lived in an RV in their driveway. That never comes up. I understand that Suki is just doing her job as a host, but cannot we just refrain from pushing these reconciliation issues? Please stop asking these women if they are still capable of keeping Kody as a friend. Yes, they have kids together. But when the kids get older, the co-parenting relationship shifts. Each kid can have their own relationship with each parent. The exes don't have to be in the same space anymore, except for special events. And even then, they don't have to speak. You can be two people in the same space, clinking a glass to a child, and not one word spoken to each other. And that's okay. So why are we still pushing this narrative that they must be friends with him, that they need to make things right? And here's something even more serious. This tell-all was recorded in fall 2024, months after Garrison's premature death. Now, if that loss really heightened the closeness of the family and helped them work through underlying issues, maybe, just maybe, we'd see some sign of healing between Kody and Janelle. But we don't. So, what happened? We do know Kody didn't change. He didn't magically improve as a dad. He didn't magically care more about his kids. He didn't step up. He didn't take responsibility. And he sure as heck didn't respect Garrison's privacy because he broadcasted it all on the show. He never took credit for the role he played in it, not only in his family failing, but in the way the show was used as a tool itself, as a tool to use on the children that disobeyed or were mean to him. And for real, I don't know what would be crueler than this. Picture yourself as a young adult with parents still on a reality show. And while you're no longer part of it, your name and your life are still being brought into it every time your parents feel like talking about you on TV. They can talk about arguments, twist your words, turn things around, and unless you get on the show yourself to give your side of the story, you have no voice. But what if you do happen to be on the show to clear your name? Well, then you're being pulled deeper into the drama. And then your tape gets cut, edited, posted on social media, shown in reruns. It's a cycle, a loop, and it doesn't stop. The show goes on, the saga goes on, and the emotional harm just piles up. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if one day, maybe 50 years from now, maybe sooner, we have extensive research studies on how much damage reality TV does to families, particularly shows like Sister Wives, where the whole show is based on parenting relationships, conflict, and family in front of the whole world. because I would bet good money that all those kids have some level of trauma from growing up on that show. If only Janelle could just be brutally honest about what she feels, though. Part of the reason I think she stays so mute, why she avoids direct answers, is that she is very sensitive to how her words will land. She knows anything she says can get clipped, reposted, twisted, and dissected, not just by the media, but by her own family. She's not just thinking about herself. She's thinking about how her words might hurt the people she loves. And from everything I've heard, and I've talked to a lot of people, from Flagstaff to Vegas, including folks who knew her through the church, everyone says the same thing. Janelle is one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. She's considerate, she's compassionate, and she's deeply mindful about what she puts out into the world. She's not someone who wants to cause harm with her words. And I think that's why she does not give in, because she is attempting to protect people, even when they don't deserve it. Janelle is not strategic. She is responsible. She means what she says, and especially now, with her son passing away, she may not want to delve too far into things on why she does not require a relationship with Kody. And quite frankly, she should not have to say that again. Janelle has over and over again made it obvious that she has nothing in common with Robyn. She does not have respect for the way Kody treated her children. She's over and over again said that she cannot be in a relationship with him due to the way he abused her boys, how he tried to make everyone be like Robyn. I actually believe there's a bit of emotional distance there too. And maybe it's not detachment, but survival. Sometimes it's just easier not to think about the pain. Ever have an ex who was so toxic that you just stop thinking about them, period? Like, you don't need to think about why you're done. You're just done. But then imagine having to return to that relationship over and over because you're still on a show with this guy. That's where Janelle is at right now. She's over this, but the show won't allow her to move on. And that's why I'm so angry at these questions on the tell-all. Instead of asking, can you ever be friends with Kody? Why are we not asking about what actually happened prior to the downfall? Not what ifs, not hypotheticals. Ask her about what did happen. Because we all know why Janelle does not want to be friends with him. Would you want to be friends with a man who bullied your kids, who used you, took money from you, put you down, and left you to clean up the mess, while he lived in the home with his choice wife? And don't forget, this is a woman who kept giving him opportunities. Kody pursued Janelle back numerous times, but I think she just finally realized the only way to really be free is to become no contact. Some people are that poisonous. You can't heal until they're completely eliminated from your life. And she said it. At the end of Tell All Part 1, Janelle directly says, I don't like them. I don't like Kody and Robyn. She had one thing to say that was very telling too, that Kody played the villain part, not just for himself, but as a stand-in for Robyn's bad behavior. He gets censure for plenty of it, to be sure, but some of the worst hurt came at the hands of decisions Robyn made. The COVID rules, that was Robyn. The fights between Kody and the kids, started by Robyn. The never-ending breakup of the family, fed by Robyn. Yes, Kody does enforce it. He says he's doing it for the rules, but we all saw it. The rules were instated by Robyn. And the irony is, he didn't even follow them. He used them as a smokescreen to control the other wives and kids. And they knew it. And then there's the Christmas drama. The notorious text chain where Robyn needed everyone to hop on a Zoom call right away, i.e., begin recording, because she wanted it her way. She was upset when people didn't listen, mainly because they didn't want to record. Robyn hates filming, or so she says, yet she does seem to be telling all the cast members how to act on the show. And let's get real here. My intuition is that she's using that show to fund her spending lifestyle. That's why it still matters to her. When her little vacation plans didn't quite go exactly as she had hoped, she proclaimed the whole endeavor an effort in futility. And instead of owning up to the disappointment, she turned it into a weapon, calling up the kids and telling them they were being disrespectful, all because individuals didn't leave their lives for an entire day to shoot when she wished. Let's dissect this because it's truly infuriating. Kody just continues to state he's the one who created the COVID guidelines. He says it repeatedly, like if he says it enough, it'll be reality. But us viewers with even a half a brain know those were Robyn's rules. Everyone in that household knew it. Janelle knew it. Christine knew it. The children certainly knew it. Those were not rules of safety. Those were rules of control. And Robyn employed them to dominate and isolate. Kody just took the heat for it. And the kicker? He didn't even apply those rules to himself. They were a cover-up to exclude the wives and children who did not toe the line. Remember that Christmas battle? The legendary group text? Robyn was upset because she wanted everyone to join a Zoom call immediately. Why? Because in my view, she wanted to record. And when the family refused to stop what they were doing to accommodate her schedule, she flipped out. She claims to hate filming, but she's always the one pushing the story, pushing filming schedule, and pushing the rest of the family to perform for the cameras. Why? Because that is how she drives this show, along with the way she pays for her lifestyle. Again, my opinion, but it sounds logical. And when they did not comply as she wanted, she spun out. Suddenly, it was this great betrayal. Suddenly, she was the victim. She called up the kids and told them that they traumatized her. Let's pause here. A grown woman, 44 years old at the time, telling children that they traumatized her. Let me be very clear. All of Kody's children were minors when Robyn came into that family. None of them were grown up. And let me tell you something. Adults don't get to claim they're traumatized by kids. You're the grown-up. You're the one who's supposed to have the control of your emotions, the maturity, the fully grown brain. Kids are still figuring out their emotional intelligence, their self-discipline, and their understanding of relationships. Their frontal lobe, the part of the brain that stores emotional control, isn't even formed yet. So if you're getting traumatized by a kid's actions, that ain't on the kid. That's on you. But Robyn never, ever takes ownership. Ever. She is the victim. And Kody rides that trope and it carries him along. He takes all her pain and makes it his own. And while doing so, he guards her. As Janelle stated during the tell-all, Kody has become the villain. Not for himself, but to guard Robyn. He's shouldering all the blame so that she can still play the role of the delicate, misunderstood, battered wife. And listen, Kody's a villain in his own right. Nobody's giving him a pass on this. But now he's developed another facet of his acting. He's playing villain for Robyn. And maybe he figures if he does her a favor, she'll do the same for him. But the truth? We all know what's going on. The manipulation, the guilt trips, the emotional blackmail disguised as hurt feelings. We've been witnessing it for seasons now. The rest of the family is observing it as well. But they're not playing games with Kody anymore. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? If you're in a relationship like Janelle was, and the individual you're dating, Kody, can't be truthful, can't communicate, and can't take responsibility for anything, you're not just dealing with him. You're dealing with all those people molding him. And in a plural marriage, it's never just about the two of you. Every touch has an impact on every other relationship. So when one wife, Robyn, has her hand in everything, she's not another wife. She's the power source. She's the puppet master. She's the wedge. Robyn is the one who drove Kody and Garrison apart. For years, she's been on the show, reliving how Garrison hurt her when he confronted her, about hoarding time, hoarding money, and isolating him from his dad. But let's be honest, Kody is not helpless. He chooses Robyn. He's codependent. She strokes his ego. She is his narcissistic fuel. So of course he always agrees with her. Robyn enjoys proclaiming every relationship a failure because of the two people in it. But that is not what happened here. These marriages didn't work out because Kody and Robyn were always together. They were a package deal. The other wives were just extras, background noise. This entire family dynamic was staged for the cameras, a 14-season-long deception. And while Robyn and Kody were profiting off of the show, the other wives were over here grinding, starting side hustles, selling MLMs, trying to get by, while the big-time paycheck? That went directly to Robyn and Kody right away. So essentially, how in the world would Janelle even like them? How do you have a relationship with individuals who dodge, gaslight, and cover each other up from reality? You can't trust them. Not with your heart. Not with your story. Absolutely not with your kids. Kody will run back to Robyn with whatever you say to her, and she'll spin it into another excuse to play the victim. In seriousness, their dynamic must be exhausting. For all of us. So no, Janelle doesn't like them. And now, you know why. And that clip, that's what we're getting. Apparently next week she's going to go even deeper on how Kody's taken on the villain persona in order to protect Robyn. So tune in for that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and tap that little bell so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.